Well, I've just come into this old church I talked about, built in the 1900s. So, it's quite amazing. You think, I always hear the voices and the songs and the old gospel songs and the preaching of the Word of God that would have happened in here years ago. But, as you can see, it's pretty old, but completely beautiful. We've got a couple of mannequins up there preaching the Word of God and doing what they do. But, it's funny, it's got that smell of the old country halls. If you're my age, you'll remember all this sort of stuff. So, it's quite fabulous. We'll just have a bit more of a look. Yeah, it's quite clever. Well, probably not clever, but, just the way they've preserved things, It's just amazing, completely amazing. Look over here. I'll just show you this on these windows. In these old churches over the years, even when I was a kid, we used to go to church and around the church and in the windows, they used to have, someone who maybe was part of the church for years. They remember them, so they used to put a plaque on the wall, or they'd put their name in windows. And I'll show you just an example of that. This is a person who lived a long time ago and came to this church, sung the songs, just did everything. And so I'll just show you an example of what I mean. So it says, sacred to the memory of Zachariah John Ellis, Superintendent of Sunday School, Feed My Lambs, departed this life 27th of July 1950. So here's a man who was part of this church. There's another one on the other window. Let me tell you something, if you're young, a lot of these things at your age don't matter much, but when you get older, it's just something nice about looking back at the things that you grew up with and appreciate things. And, as you get older, you'll appreciate life different to what you are now. But if you're older like me, I'm not super old, but 62, my body feels a bit tired. But, life has a very different meaning when you're older. So just remember that. Never drive past. And if you're young and you see things like this and you're travelling around, stop in and have a look. Because this is the foundation of what your life was made of many years ago. Here's another street. We've got a school over there. Should we go and have a bit of a look at that? I didn't see that. I'll just have a quick look in here. State school. So this is what school was like when I was little. Country towns, little buildings. Wow, look at that. That's pretty amazing. See these desks here? When I was a kid, this is what you had. You got a little ink pot in there. Never used the ink part of it. But they're the desks we used to have. Teacher at the front. Little school bags down there. Quite amazing. And every school classroom had these big maps. Probably try to impress on your mind that there was a bigger world out there. Look at this old flag here. It must be quite old. In here we've got all sorts of things. Snakes, lizards, you name it, it's here. Quite amazing. Alright then, let's go and we'll have a look a bit further.